She woke up with blood on her pillow. Again. But here's the twisted part, it wasn't hers. And the police were already at her door. This is the story of how a Brazilian hair weave turned a small-town nurse into the prime suspect of a crime she didn't commit. Or did she? Amara lived in a bustling town where everyone knows everyone's business. She was a nurse at the local clinic, the type of person who'd share her last money if you needed it. One Saturday afternoon, she's at the main market. You know how our African markets are, plenty noise, plenty people. She sees this woman selling the most gorgeous Brazilian hair bundles. I'm talking silky, long, the kind that makes you feel like a whole movie star when you install it. The woman's shop. A small table under a faded umbrella near the fabric section. Mama looked normal enough, older woman, maybe in her 60s, always smiling. But here's where Walla started. The hair was cheap. Like, suspiciously cheap. 3 bundles at a price that would normally get you just one in proper shops. Amara's friends warned her. Amara, that thing no pure oh. Why it cheap like that? But Amara. She waved them off. Una just they jealous me. So she bought it, took it to her hairstylist that same evening, and she came out looking like a queen. The compliments started pouring in immediately. At church on Sunday, at the shops, even the doctor she worked with said, Amara, this your hair fine well oh. But by Tuesday, trouble started. Amara began having these vivid dreams. She'd see herself walking through unfamiliar compounds, entering houses she'd never been to, touching people's things, scattering properties. And in every dream, she felt this burning anger. Like she wanted to destroy someone. She'd wake up tired, her wrapper soaked with sweat, with this strange taste in her mouth like bitter leaf. And here's the scary part, she started finding things. Red clay under her fingernails even though she bathed before sleeping. Scratches on her arms she couldn't explain. Her younger sister even asked, Sister Amara, which kind marks be this? Then came Thursday morning. She woke up, and there was blood on her pillow. Not small oh, enough to make her heart jump. She checked herself, no cut, no nosebleed, nothing. She quickly washed everything and tried to tell herself it was just stress from work. But that afternoon, the police landed at the clinic. Miss Amara, we need you to follow us to the station. Apparently, someone had attacked an elderly woman who sold food at the market. The attack happened in broad daylight, around 2 p.m. The woman was beaten in her own kitchen, nothing was stolen, but she was so terrified and injured. And the description she gave? It was exactly Amara. Down to the new Brazilian hair. Amara nearly fainted. I was at work. Ask my colleagues. Check the register. And she was right, her attendance was marked, she was treating patients, her supervisor saw her, light even went out so she had to use torch, plenty witnesses. She couldn't have been at that woman's place because she was literally giving injections at the clinic at that exact time. The police released her, but the whole town started talking. You know how African towns are. Maybe she's a witch. Maybe she gets spirit. I always knew something was wrong with that girl. Even in church, people started avoiding her. Amara was shattered. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat her food. And those dreams, they became worse. More violent. She'd wake up shouting. Finally, her grandmother who lived in the village came to town. The moment she saw Amara, she froze. NWAM, wetin be this way dey your head? Amara explained about the market woman, the cheap hair, everything. Her grandmother's face changed. Remove now. Today. Turns out, her grandmother had heard whispers about this woman. In the village, they knew her. She was known for selling hair that wasn't clean. Some people said she collected it from mortuaries. Others whispered darker things, that she did juju with the hair, that it carried spirits of people who died violent deaths, people who died with anger and unfinished revenge in their hearts. Amara rushed to her hairstylist that same day, didn't even care about the money she spent. Remove everything. Burn it SEF. And this is where it gets as it be. The moment the last track came out, Amara felt like something heavy lifted from her shoulders. That anger disappeared. That darkness cleared. But the story didn't end there. 3 days later, police arrested another woman for multiple attacks around town, a woman who looked similar to Amara. Similar height, similar complexion, and guess what was on her head? The same Brazilian hair from the same market woman. This woman had been moving around like a mad person, attacking people she didn't even know, and she couldn't remember anything. And every single person she attacked, they all had connection to one man, her ex-husband, who had beaten her mercilessly years ago and later died in a mysterious accident. The hair. It wasn't just carrying bad energy. It was carrying vengeance. A mission. And anyone who wore it became a vessel for that woman's unfinished rage from beyond the grave. The market woman's table. Empty the next day. Nobody has seen her since. Some say she moved to another town. Others say she disappeared completely. Amara. She now buys her hair only from certified shops, and she even takes it to church for prayers before installation. And she tells everyone, if price too good, if deal too sweet, especially for something you're putting on your head. My sister, my brother, run. This is gift story time, and remember, not every market bargain is a blessing. Some are curses wrapped in beautiful packaging. Drop a comment if you've ever had a spiritual attack through beauty products, and I'll see you in the next story. Stay vigilant.